So yesterday I was asked to be supportive of a anti-bullying issue that's going on. And this is something I feel passionate about. I have, in my own personal life, been on the giving, sadly, I'm actually admitting to that, and the receiving end. So I wanted to go through this and talk about these things. As far as being on the giving end, absolutely no excuse for the things that I said and the way that I treated people. One person specifically, who I've actually tried to find and apologize to them. I didn't have very good self-esteem when I was a child, and so if I pick on the person that everybody else was picking on, then I would be in, which I never really was. Okay, so it says, have you ever been bullied? Have I ever been bullied? If you feel comfortable with us, tell us a story. I have been bullied. I think every person to some degree has been bullied. I don't feel real comfortable talking about my own, but I will talk about the fact that I had a daughter who was very bullied and repeatedly contacted the school, and finally, after getting to the point where she was just devastated by it, went to the school principal, and I had been to the school before, and the school had said that she needed to toughen up and that she just needed to learn how to handle it. This time I went to the school and I told them that they needed to figure out how to handle it, that they have to figure out a way that my daughter feels safe in school. And they did. Number 2, have you ever bullied someone? How did it make you feel? Be honest. Okay. I did already say that I did bully somebody. The really hard thing was that this woman, she was a girl at the time, I think I was in 5th grade. This girl and I were in like a group counseling session together, and she was a really good person, and at times I would go out of school and I would actually hang out with her and have a really good time. And it's really sad that I wasn't strong enough to stand up for her, and at the time stand up for her, and I feel sad that I was such a shallow person. So that's me being honest. Number 3, how do you cope with bullying? What is the best advice you could give someone who is being bullied? Speak up. Say something. Talk about it. Talk to your parents. Talk to your aunts, your uncles, your friends. Who is your friend? Talk about it on YouTube. Talk about it in email. Talk about it anywhere and everywhere. Be open. Don't just hold it all inside. Number 4, this makes me want to cry. What's the biggest misconception about bullying, in your opinion? I think it's obvious that we know the effects of, especially with young people, of what can happen when they're being bullied. I think that the biggest misconception is that all people are, I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that I really believe, and have to try and believe, that people that are bullying others are basically a good person on the inside, and that they can't possibly understand the intensity of the feelings and the emotions to be on that receiving end. Number 5, this one's easy. What do you do when you see people being bullied? I am not a person to stand down. I am not a person to watch somebody else be bullied or talked down to. A couple of years ago, I was out on my front porch, and across the street from me was this man. He had to have been probably 6'4". I mean, he was tall. And this young woman, and this woman was pushing a stroller and had like one of those baby packs on, and he was, no joke, like 8 inches from her. I mean, almost to the point where he was touching that baby, screaming in her face. And I jumped up, ran across the street, and said, seriously, are you kidding me? You're going to stand there, watch this child scream in this woman's face as this child is looking up to you. This child is not only metaphorically but physically looking at you, and you're going to scream in their face. What is wrong with you? Of course, me yelling brought my husband outside, saying, he's standing there with his arms crossed, just shaking his head like, oh God, what did you get me into now? Unfortunately, I don't always think of my own safety when things are going on. I kind of react and then go from there. Number 6, name 3 things that make you feel more positive about myself. What makes me feel positive about myself? Looking at my girls, seeing where they are, how they've come, the wonderful, amazing people that they are. So that would be 1. Feel more positive. Gosh, that's not easy. I asked my husband to tell me why you love me. I know that sounds really stupid, but sometimes you need to hear the affirmation of who you are as a human. And number 3. Oh, God. Positive about myself. I look at my friends. They're amazing people, and they must be amazing because, or I must be amazing because they are so amazing and they want to be my friends. Number 7, feel free to share anything else you can talk about, your self-confidence, inner beauty, whatever. Okay, my inner beauty. My inner beauty comes from strength and loyalty. I am very strong in the sense that when the chips are down, when things are crazy, when life is falling apart, I will be the one to step up, step in, do anything and everything that needs to be done. But when everything is calmed down and all the drama has subsided, I'm the one who breaks down. Inside the emotional stress I hold, it's not a front because it's in what I'm feeling. As my husband says, I'm passionate. I'm passionate when I'm feeling happy, and I'm passionate when I'm feeling upset. I'm very vocal, and I will tell you what I think, whether it's good or it's bad. Constructive criticism is usually what I think I'm doing, but it's not always the case from way that people are responding to it. And the other thing I would like to say is that there are a lot of things that I am passionate about. A young woman's self-worth is the most amazing thing that you can give her. You gotta be supportive.